Okay, it's going. Good morning. This is April 22nd, and yep, another beautiful day in Hawaii. And you know what? I did the quote two or three times, but I wanna just go through whole thing today, from the beginning to the end. And I'm gonna use a surfboard, the most basic, the quote, jewelry making kit. So this is a olive bag, Ziploc bag. I made the kit, quote activity kit. So in this kit, I'm gonna open this. Okay, I just wanna go ahead and start. There's a surfboard in here, surfboard. And then I have a string, quote wood string in it. And then, hold on a sec. I have the how to make a quote necklace instruction. And then la'au, about quote, and then meaning of this activity. Written by Dennis Ka'au. Okay, so, and then the lastly, most important things, I have 60 grit paper, sandpaper, and I usually put 200, little bit less, and rough, and then 220 grit sandpaper, and then the last one I put 400. This is the finish up paper, sandpaper. So surfboard, right? And when you start doing this, first you need, if you're doing it inside, this is a kind of an outside activity. And if you're an adult, say you can do it in a house, because if it's raining and too much wind, then you need this garbage can right in front of you so that you don't mess in your house. Okay, so I just hold it like this, and the first thing I'm gonna do, surfboard doesn't have an edges, very round, right? So by using a 60 grit, roughest one, and I'm gonna start taking these edges off. Cindy, have you done this one before?
Maybe.
Huh? You didn't do it? So just keep going. It's kind of, for me, when I work with wood, it's like almost like a meditating. You just get into yourself. And I did this one with when we invite children from Tohoku. First time we did it with them was I think 2011 or 12, and then 20 youth came from Tohoku 3 states, and then I made a bucket like this. And a lot of the teens made a fish hook like this, fish hook. They made such amazing stuff. But anyway, so you just keep doing this, and if you're doing it with other people, other friends, it's pretty fun. But since we have to have a social distance, we have to do it ourselves. And you can, if you get tired, you can ask adult live with you, mom or dad, grandma, aunties and uncle can help. So since I'm gonna just use for the things inside the pocket, so I'm gonna use this sandpaper. So I'll go 60. I can just have to hurry a little bit, and then you don't have to. Huh?
What grade of sandpaper?
Yeah, this is 60. 60. Yeah.
So is that like the roughest?
Roughest one.
Grade?
Yeah.
You start with the roughest.
Yeah, I mean there's like a 30 and stuff, but I just use that 60. And then this surfboard is a very straight, line. So I use it for little children. Oh, of course, children. Teens who love surfing. And we have an event called Surf for Us All. We've been doing this event for about almost 20 years, 19 years. And nowadays we do it with Surf Rider Spirit Session. because due to the corona virus, happening, and then we cannot do it. But I always take this activity with me. So when children are not surfing, I use it as a land activity. So look, do you see a little bit? I took the edges off, so it looks like a little bit, more like a surfboard shape. And I keep going. I know this is like watching it is very, very boring in that sense. Oh, but I have to also we have a bunch of different shapes. So the way I, for example, like a fish hook, I use over here is so difficult. So I use a different kind of technique, to work on, this kind of places. Turtle, dolphins are more like so many different.
Can you show them that
What?
different kind of technique?
Yeah, I can do it.
For those
But
who
first,
have-
I'm gonna just finish up this one today.
Okay.
Surfboard. Okay. So now I did this side. So I'm gonna go to the other side, and then I gotta hurry. You don't have to hurry. You can just take a time. Oh, by the way, I have to apologize because I thought I sent all Quawood activity to the children and kids too, but some of them got returned to the office because I didn't put enough postage. I apologize. So children who haven't got one yet, please let me know, and then I will mail it to you or just bring it to you. I wish I can send this to Japan or all over the world, friends who love this kind of activity. But at this moment, it's very difficult. Okay, so I'm doing this. So it's getting there. So edge is completely kind of off, right? Edge is off. Yeah, and then if your dad or if your mom work with a wood craft or like a carpenter, they have a bunch of different stuff, like tools. This is another tool I use. Just piece of wood. I just put the roughest paper, sandpaper around it with a glue. Then I use this one. Much quicker if you have this one. And then you can ask a doll to make it for you. And then since I did that this side, kind of done. So I'm gonna go to the other side. Okay? So it's look like a little bit more like a surfboard shape. And on the top side, same thing, just little, same thing, but keep going. Just doing this.
So you do one edge at a time.
Yeah, well, that's what I do. I'm not a professional wood making. I don't make furniture or anything like that. I just do this, and I just like doing this kind of things with children, So, and on the top, there's no wrong or right, So if you think it's done, it's done. But this is what I want you to do. So working on with a 60 roughest, the sandpaper. Oh, I'm started sweating. Yeah. Make sure do it on the top of the garbage can if you do it inside the house. Otherwise, you might get, not scold, but, scold. Because you don't want to make a mess inside the house, right? Okay. And then do this. Yeah, looks good.
Are you speaking from experience about getting scolded for doing it inside the house?
Yeah, I did. From my, actually, Cynthia. I used to do it using a Dreamer too. So I made a lot of mess. So I have to clean up pretty good. But, you just have to do it. Then you got to do it. But
Can you be wearing a mask if you're inside the house?
Inside, I think
the dust, the wood dust.
When you cut the wood, then I recommend wear, goggle and the dust because you might inhale the dust in your lungs. But I think by doing this, I don't think you need to. But if you want to do this activity outside, do you have to wear a mask? in the house. I mean, outside the house. It's a good protection for your lungs. Yeah. But anyway, okay. And then if you have a, like any kind of activity you want me to introduce to other children and kids too, please let me know. Give me any suggestion. I'm always open to any activity. I like activities. Yeah. So, okay. So I think I did it all around. Okay, then I did a tail parts. I always make a hole already for surfboard. So when you're done, you can just make a necklace right away. Okay, so this is done. So 60 is done. I'm done 60. And I'm going to go to the 100 less rougher sandpaper. Okay, and I usually put 160 to 200, 220 sandpaper, then 400. But if you have a big one like this, and then you might need like this, or you might need this kind, things you can buy at the city mill, then you need this one for the teenagers. Yeah, but it's good to have one. And then now it's just at 100, and then I'm gonna do the same thing pretty much, working on the edges and the top. It makes it little by little. By doing so, it'll make it a little bit smooth. Cindy, can you talk about, sandpaper, doing this activity, working with the grief?
Well, grief is very much like doing a cool wood craft because soon after a loss, it's very rough.
Right.
And it can be rough for a long time. It can be rough 50 years later.
Right.
It depends on the person. There's really no time limit.
Grief never ends, yeah.
But as you work on your grief, it helps to smooth over the rough times. And what does working on your grief involve?
Like participating in groups.
Going to support groups.
Going to support the group.
Remembering.
What else? Oh, you all right? Okay.
Maybe the dust is getting to me.
Uh-oh. Are you allergic to dust?
I don't know.
Yeah, so, yeah.
And every time you work on it, you sometimes have to use the rough sandpaper to smooth over the rough times. And sometimes you can use a smooth sandpaper because you've done a lot of work already and it's smoothed over and rough times aren't as rough.
Sharing, the loss with other participants in the support group is
that can be rough.
Yeah, that can be rough. Yeah,
but it does smooth over the rough times. Sharing with people who understand, who know what you're going through.
Lighting a candle to the person who died, who you are missing, and also participate in a grief support camp. That's another way of, help your grief work. Write a journal.
And, writing a journal, keeping track of those memories, looking at pictures, and most of the tools for smoothing over the rough times of grief involve other people. Like that piece of wood would not get smooth without somebody else working on it.
Right.
So you are working together to smooth over the rough times.
Right.
The wood is there and needs to be smoothed over, just like grief is there and needs to be smoothed over. And other people are there to work with you and support you as you go through the rough times of grief to help smooth over those rough times.
Right. So what I'm doing is activity which help my grief work. Okay, so now I did 100. So I don't need a second 100, paper, sandpaper. So I'm gonna go to 220. I always write. You see 220? Oh, where should I put it? Yeah, 220. So this one makes much smoother, So I'm gonna do the same thing. So little by little, step by step. So start from a 60 roughest sandpaper, and then try to edges off from that your shape you choose. This time I'm using a surfboard. Oh, it's getting smoother, Cindy. Alrighty. How long have I doing this?
I've been doing it for almost 15 minutes. Yeah.
15 minutes already? Okay. All right. So I think I did all the way. Look, the tip is very sharp too. It looks like a real surfboard. You don't have to put the wax on it. Yeah, this is the one I did. Look, it's so smooth. This is like a coil wood. And I use that a little different shape. I put the stars and I just stamp on it on this surfboard. It's a nice and very smooth. Oh, this way. Yeah. Okay. So I think I did all around, all over the place. Ooh, looks good. And then, see, you can take a time. It takes time sometimes, Surfboard is a very basic one, so it can be a very quicker, and you can do it within maybe a day or half day. And then I'm gonna go through the last finishing the sandpaper, 400 grits. Makes it so smooth. Cindy, can you touch this one? It's really smooth.
Wow.
Wow.
You touch it.
Okay, I'm touching it. Okay, so this is the last sandpaper. So 400. And then do the same thing. You gotta do all around. And if you didn't use the sandpaper, please do not throw them away. You can use for the next. If you done one, and please let me know. Now I have a difficult time to get this bandsaws, bandsaw and the saw. So I have a difficult time to cut the shape. But if you want to try second one, I'll try to get you one. But okay, so this is, oh, Cindy, so smooth.
Nice.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do the top with the 400. You can use the all over this paper. So you can just I don't want you to waste this sandpaper. You can use it for the next your project or your next shape. All right, pretty much done. See? Okay, so this is a surfboard, and I go around. I'm pretty much done. Look, Cindy.
Nice.
See?
So
Ta-da!
How many different grades?
I use at the 60 and 100, 220, 400. I use at the four different one. Yeah. So, and then after this, you wanna have paper towel. Then get rid of little wood. Look, Cindy.
Nice.
Yeah.
You see the grain.
Yeah, grains comes out. So when you sand, your grain goes from top to down. If you side to side, you just go along the grain. That way, grain comes nicely. And they all would have a grain. This one has a little hole over here, but this one is just a nice design. So I like this kind of design. So grain. So this is done. And then after I get rid of this piece of wood stuff, this is that oil I use. Orange oil. You see this one? And then put this one on any cloth or paper towel, and I'll show you. Okay, this one I'm gonna put oil like this. I hope people could see what I'm doing in there. All right. Look at this. Woo! This, I think I did. Do you see? This is the one I just started and finished. And then, by using marker or anything, I want to put my mother's name. Hey, that'd be cool. My mom's name. Her name is Kimio Obasan. Okay, so then I can, by wearing this, I can always think about my mom. So, or I can put Cynthia's name, or I can put the surf, my dog, my first dog, and I love the dog. I miss him so much. Now I have a Duke and a Holly, but my first dog in my life, his name was Surf. I miss him so much, so I can put his name on it. Because, so I'm gonna put Kimio, my mom's name. Yeah. Kimio, my mom. And the back, I put the Surf. Surf the dog. Surf. See? It's kind of hard to see. Kimio, my mom's name. Who died 50 years ago. Yeah, this is the 50 years anniversary. I couldn't do, gathering. It's kind of bummed. And then I put the Surf the dog. My first dog, and I love this dog.
So you're writing on your surfboard?
Yeah.
You're writing on it with just a basic
marker. Yep.
Marker
Yeah.
After you put the oil on it?
Yeah. And before is good. Either way.
It doesn't come off?
Yeah, it does. I don't think it's come off because it's a wood. But I think maybe it's better to write before. I don't know. It's
permanent, right?
Yeah, it's a permanent marker. And then there's usually leave it for maybe half a day or one day. And then now I'm gonna put through the string. Here we go. Go like this. Right. Look at this. Nice. String. And then for the surfboard, what I do is I always tie the nut over here. And so it doesn't move, this way. And then, hey, today I want to put a little bees in it. Hey, how about this? I have a turtle here. Oh no, how about star? They both died. So I was told my dad, when somebody died, they become star, then watch over us. So I'm gonna put the surf purple star bees in it. Or you can put the name of the person who you're missing, right? Or you can, and then I'm gonna put, I forgot my mom's favorite color, but I assume I don't know, maybe orange. I love the orange. So this symbolizes, the star the mom become and watch over me. And how about this? See, 2 stars in each side, right? Or you can put a lot of, remember at the bee journal, time bowl, you can put a lot of bees. And this is for you, so you can do whatever you want to do. And then lastly, I'm gonna tie these things up. Oops, like this. Yep. Remember I talked to you last time And then the other side. Okay. All right. So this one people can see later, yeah, Cindy?
Yep. They can
And
watch
then
it anytime.
Anytime you can watch anytime, and hopefully this helps in order to working on your making the core wood necklace.
You're going to show them how to tie it again?
Yeah, I tied too much. All right, so I just did it, but it goes so hard. But anyway, I think I did it the last. Oh, here we go. So then you can, go like this, and you can move the lengths. And now you can wear this. So go all the way. Look, Cindy. Here we go.
Oh, yeah. You can make it longer or shorter.
And then
you put beads on it
like
too.
this. Yeah, I put the 2 beads. One symbolizes Surf, the dog, and then one symbolizes, my mom. So two of them watch over up in the sky, then watch over me and my families. So this is the one I made. Hopefully it does help when you work on forward jewelry making, necklace making, and then for example, the things I have to talk to you about dolphins and fish. Fish hook. Fish hook, I was told that Dwayne, the Soto, he's a Hawaiian champion surfers, and always this way, not this way. Has to be go toward the heart. Okay, this one, yeah, like this. And then when I walk inside over here, right, I use this paper because you cannot reach, those inside. So I go all the way and make it like a little bit round, like this, like this. And then, then I walk, then I do this one, go like this, clean up, walking on the inside, like this. It's kind of hard to see, huh? Yeah, on the top of the garbage can. So, yeah, so this is another kind of little techniques, you can use. Yeah, go around, make it like this. Then you can use it anywhere, like this corner, you can go like this. See? Like this. So you can just take the edges off. Yeah. So there's a many different ways. You can use this, go like this. Yeah. So, well, then you can just get all edges out. But anyway, I just today I did fish hook. I mean, no, the surfboard making, and then hopefully it does help. Yeah, Cynthia, and then we've been using this activity for kids up to children and rainbow children, kid use and children Tohoku, and I do this with my friends, children, and even adult, teens, anybody can do this. It's fun. And then if you need this children with tattoo who I haven't got this one, please let me know. I'll get this kit for you as soon as possible. Thank you so much. And today, one day closer to a safe and normal day. And then we thank for the healthcare people, doctors and nurses, and people still outside working for us. And we'll see you. Today's what, Wednesday? Oh, we have Inside Out tonight. 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. Cynthia and I'm kind of mute guy. Cynthia's gonna talk about so much amazing, important knowledge and experience. So, all right. Thank you so much. Have a nice, beautiful day. One day cool. I can just maybe you can sing a song.
It's hard to see it. I'm gonna